Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It is the weekend, folks. Harry and Meghan landed in Britain without the children. So who cares? I refuse to spoil my weekend with the ginger whinger and that adult woman who thinks she is a Disney princess. Anyway, guys, I usually do this on my other channel when I have the time, but this time I am the one with questions and need your input. And because I have more subscribers here than on the other channel, I decided to pose my questions here instead. As many of you will know, I am a big true crime fanatic or fan, if one can call it that. But then I prefer reading crime novels far more than romance novels, and always have been. I'm also very interested in law and psychology, and if I could have a redo on my life, I would love to become a public prosecutor or a forensic artist or something in forensic, but maybe even a private investigator. Anyway, on to my questions. I'm currently still stuck on the Summerwells case, a 5-year-old who disappeared from her home in Tennessee, 110 Ben Hill Road, Hawkins County. Summer disappeared on the 15th of June 2021. She has still not been found, and no one had been charged with her disappearance or anything relating to her disappearance. Now, I've done a video or two on her disappearance on my other channel, Bookworm on the Case, and you are welcome to go watch, and I'll post links below. But if you are not so inclined, I can tell you that I do not think that she wandered off. I also do not think that she was abducted. I think she was killed either by accident or on purpose, or that she was sold or handed over by her mother. Of course, I do not know anything for a fact, as no one seemed to know anything yet, or so we are being told. However, this brings me to my first question and the question I have for you. I think my assumption that lawyers in the United States operate similarly to one in South Africa, and that most lawyers eventually specialize, like some will become divorce lawyers, others criminal lawyers, estate lawyers, business or finance lawyers, and so on. So, am I correct? Do lawyers specialize in the United States, or is it just a matter of fate that some will gain more experience in a certain field than others? Particularly when it comes to public defenders. Would a public defender acting for, say, a parent in, say, a custody case also defend someone in, for instance, a DUI case or a criminal case? Here in South Africa, cases concerning children and their welfare would fall under the auspices of the family advocate, and lawyers acting for the offices of the family advocate will not involve themselves in other types of cases involving adults, even if the adults are the parents of the child they may be acting on behalf of. So, if someone would give me an idea how these things actually work in the United States, I'll be eternally grateful. And then at some point, I will explain to you why I ask these questions. The other thing I find absolutely baffling as it relates to the Summerwells case is the law surrounding criminal neglect of a minor. I've now read numerous articles with regards to United States legal procedures in child abuse and neglect, and I still cannot find hard and fast rules or guidelines. In the Summerwells case, the mother Candace Bly Wells had 2 children removed by DCF. Both children were removed and finally placed up for adoption. The boy, who was a baby at the time and is currently in an assisted living facility due to brain damage, suffered as a result of physical abuse. Then she had Summer, who mysteriously disappeared, and Summer's 3 brothers, who were removed by DCF about a month after Summer's disappearance. There is also talk of Candace Wells having given up another child for adoption. Now, I don't know whether that is true, but anyway. With 5 children removed from her care, 1 missing, why are there no charges of criminal neglect after more than a year? Surely DCF does not remove children for no reason, and surely there must be some form of neglect or abuse to have done so in the first place. And like I said, in this woman's lifetime, twice. Surely, when it comes to children, their safety should be priority, and it should be up to a court and not the DCF or appointed welfare officer to decide whether offences warrant prosecution. Now, am I right or am I wrong? As far as I know, the function of the appointed welfare or DCF worker is to assist, interview parties, and compile reports, not to decide on prosecution and not to decide on prosecution of a possible offense. Now, please, I'm asking you, please correct me if I'm wrong. And if you know something about the Summerwells case, please give me your opinion as to why you think law enforcement and the DA has not brought charges against the parents or at least then the mother for at least criminal neglect. Okay, moving on to another case, namely the case of Kylie Rodney, the 16-year-old who was found deceased in her vehicle by Adventures with Purpose about 2 weeks ago. She went missing after attending a party at a campground, a party attended by teenagers, students, and adults, and where there was apparently alcohol and drugs freely available. Currently, it is unsure whether it was an accident or whether there was foul play involved. However, I have many questions. Here in South Africa, young people can only get their driver's license at age 18 and can only buy alcohol and drink at the age of 18. Now, I'm aware that at age 16, young people can get a driver's license in the United States. But at the same time, young people in the United States cannot buy alcohol until the age of 21. Now, I'm not criticizing the American laws or their justice system, but do you think a 16-year-old is mentally and physically mature enough to drive and manage one of the most dangerous weapons on earth? Just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, in 2020, there were 35,766 fatal vehicle accidents, leading to 38,824 deaths in the United States, or then 106 car accident deaths per day. 1 out of every 147 accidents that year actually led to a fatality. In a study in 2021 among the 15 to 24-year-old population in the United States, 25 9.6% of deaths in that age group in 1999 was due to a vehicle accident, 10.1% due to suicide, and 12.9% due to homicide. Although the rates changed over the years and we saw an increase in the suicide rate as we approached 2020, car accidents in that age group resulting in death is still higher than suicide and homicide. To me, that is a clear indicator that there is something wrong and that it could be that children in the United States are allowed on the road before they are mentally and physically ready. And once again, what do you think? Okay, and for those of you concerned about carbon emissions, wouldn't raising the age at which a child can legally drive take a few vehicles off the road at the very least? Okay, as far as the age limit for drinking alcohol is concerned, I wish they would raise it to 21 in my country. However, when it comes to the Kylie Rodney case, we saw and heard, and via footage, that there was alcohol in her vehicle when it was found. So, alongside finding out what happened, shouldn't authorities conduct an investigation into who supplied this minor with alcohol? And shouldn't those individuals be charged with manslaughter or criminal abuse of a minor, or then at least of contributing to the delinquency of a minor? Now, I went and read the United States law pertaining to contributing to the delinquency of a minor, and it reads, contributing to the delinquency of a minor is where an adult knowingly encourage a minor to partake in prohibited acts. A minor is considered to be anyone under the age of 18. Now, Kylie was 16. The legal age for drinking and purchasing alcohol is 21. So, as far as I'm concerned, and the way I understand the law, selling or giving her alcohol can indeed be deemed as encouraging her to partake in a prohibited act. I mean, what is the point of having these laws if it is not enforced? Now, I would love your input and opinion on this. How do states differ on this? I went and read that in Tennessee, contributing to the delinquency of a minor does include supplying them with drugs and alcohol. But depending on the circumstances, you can be charged with a misdemeanor or a felony. Georgia, however, is much stricter and specifically states that supplying a minor with alcohol does fall under the term contributing to the delinquency of a minor, and that it is a criminal offense in the state of Georgia, and when caught, you can face serious criminal charges, which can result in time behind bars. So, what about the other states? I could not find anything specifically relating to alcohol and drugs in the other states as it relates to the delinquency of a minor. And I'm particularly interested in California, so if you can help me out, I would be very grateful. I feel it is always good to understand these things better before making a judgment. So that is why I'm interested. Now, okay, guys, I'll be back tomorrow or Tuesday with our usual royal talk. So until then, enjoy your Sunday and take good care of yourselves. Bye.